Influencing popular culture, politics, and everything in between. The local station takes you ringside as we discuss the crazy world that is professional wrestling. This is Going Ringside with The Local Station.
Hello there. Welcome to the show. I'm Scott Johnson. Glad you could be with us. I'm excited about today's show because look what we got. The best in the world, the WWE champ, Jade Cargill, is here. Jade is someone I've been trying to get on the show for a long time now. I'll explain why in a second. But she's also here talking about WWE WrestleMania tickets for WrestleMania 42. They just went on sale a few days ago. WrestleMania 42, of course, happening in just a few months. It's a two-day event. You can buy tickets for Saturday or Sunday. They're available at Ticketmaster. And we talked to her about her a lot more as well. Jade fascinates me because she's local. We're in Jacksonville, Florida. She used to be a basketball star at Jacksonville University, never expecting she'd try wrestling. Then she's hired by AEW here in Jacksonville. One of the first things she does on the national scene, she's a tag team with Shaquille O'Neal. Her friend in real life, Shaq, and her team up. They took on Cody Rhodes in a match that was here where we're at in Jacksonville, right across the river over at Daly's place. So I asked her about Shaq and then her transition to WWE right there, where as you can see, she is the champion in so many angles with Bianca Belair, with Naomi. I try to bring up Tiffany Stratton. It doesn't go so well. That's who she won the title from. But Jade is now on top of the world, something she never expected years ago when she was in college. Here's Jade Cargill. Well, we're excited to be joined by the champ herself, Jade Cargill. Jade, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me, Scott.
Well, you guys have a lot going on. You are the world champ, and of course, you have WrestleMania tickets available now. Leading into Las Vegas is a huge year for you at WWE.
Yes, it is. I mean, we're coming back to Las Vegas April 18th and 19th. That's Saturday and Sunday. You guys can go get your tickets now from Ticketmaster.com.
Now, Jade, I got to ask you because I'm in Jacksonville and we know you for a few reasons. Jacksonville University basketball star to pro wrestling? Yes. How does that happen?
I don't know, guys. If I could tell you, I believe this industry chose me. You know, it came to me. This was something that if you'd have asked me 5 years ago, if I was going to be a professional wrestler, I probably would sit back and say, how, why, when? I don't understand, you know, because I want to be a child psychologist and I went on to do that. Man, I just think my relentless from being at Jacksonville University and working under such a phenomenal staff of coaches. And I just wanted to go for something and I did it. And here I am as your champ.
You show up in WWE at the Royal Rumble, make an impact immediately. Find yourself in kind of a triangle almost with Bianca and Naomi, and the Naomi stuff got kind of nasty there for a while. What was that dynamic like going into WWE?
You know, I would have never been positioned in a better way working with two great women at the time. I can't speak on Naomi right now. But I think being in position with those two women and working with them as us being the big three, I would have never got a better opportunity. And I think being under those two taught me a lot as far as entering a whole new industry, company and getting on the fast track.
I don't want to belabor stuff that happened way back when, but I do have to ask about one thing because it also happened in Jacksonville. Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, earlier in your career, you're tagging with Shaq when you're brand new. What was that like?
Phenomenal. You know, I remember actually before going on stage, I asked him if he was nervous. And he was like, I'm Shaquille O'Neal. I can go out there and I can trip it. I'll make something out of it. It's what I do. I entertain. That's what I do. I'm the people's champ. This is what I do. And I took that and I was like, you know what? People are here to see you and they're here to see Cody, but they're going to remember me. This is about me. But I took that as like, you know, you just have to show up and show out. And this is a man that had no business being in our industry and just was doing it to have fun and to help out our industry. And I took that back and I just have no fear ever since then.
Was it overwhelming though when this was all happening with Shaq and you're like, I'm Shaquille O'Neal's tag team partner. We're practicing in, I think I saw clips of you in a basketball court. What was that like?
You know, I'm friends with Shaquille O'Neal, so it just worked out. I wasn't so much nervous about working along with him. I was so much worried about the industry and how it was going to perceive me, and this being my debut, and me, that was my first match ever. I had a practice match prior to that for about 4 minutes, and this was something that I wasn't accustomed to. It was kind of something that I wouldn't even say I was prepared to do, but I went out there and did it. So I wouldn't say it was more so because Shaq made me feel comfortable. He made everybody feel comfortable. It was more so of me being now in the limelight for the first time ever and just being thrown out there into the water and being able to swim.
I got to talk about the elephant in the room, and that would be Marvel Comics and the X-Men. And you have been compared to Storm nonstop. Has Marvel even reached out? This has been nonstop that people want you. They demand Jade Cargill become Storm someday.
I've had my people talk to a certain amount of people. I'm hoping that things do transpire and they do see that this is something that I've always been passionate about my entire life. Let's keep our fingers crossed, guys, and let's.
So you would be open to taking on Storm as a role?
Of course. We don't have to use any of the CGI. This is how it looks. Like, what do we need? What do we need, guys? Of course.
Final question: the Tiffany Stratton feud, was she difficult?
I don't want to talk about Tiffany Stratton. She's gone right now. It's all about Jade Cargill and the Jade Cargill show that you can catch on SmackDown every Friday. I could care less about what she's doing right now.
Jade Cargill, it has been an absolute pleasure. We look forward to watching you in this big lead up to WrestleMania. Thank you for joining us back in Jacksonville.
Thank you for having me. I love Jade. Well, Jade, you and Jacksonville in general. Thank you for having me.
Jade's story fascinates me. I can't believe she was ready to graduate from Jacksonville University, planning to do something totally different. Then this happens. Will she be Storm in an upcoming X-Men movie? Will Marvel Comics come calling? I really want to know. I hope so. She obviously says she doesn't need a special bodysuit. She just is Storm. You just look at her. She would be great casting if Marvel and Disney wants to hire her to be Storm. She says she's ready to go. We're going to have her on the TV show, of course, in Jacksonville if you're watching, on CW 17, Tuesday nights at 7:30. And of course, if you're watching us here on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@goingringside, do me a favor, click that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Jade, and we'll see you back here next time.
This has been Going Ringside with The Local Station, brought to you every Wednesday on your favorite podcast player, on News 4 Jax Plus, as well as the News 4 Jax YouTube channel.